Now this is incredible.
Bro, are you kidding me? This is literally nothing.
And they're looking pretty great, but what we haven't seen live.
Look at this graph, guys. Wow, this is crazy. Bro, what?
Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to discuss how Diablo 4's approach to itemization is in many ways revolutionary, but also sticks to the tried and true systems we love from past Diablo games. After all, Diablo 2 is the game that
Good morning, fatty.
Bro, dude, this guy's fucking overcompressed the shit out of his voice as well, and it's triggering the shit out of me. Like, I'm already triggered as fuck by this.
Standard for so many games that came after it, many proclaiming it had near perfect itemization, and to this day, many games still look to Diablo 2's itemization for inspiration. Now, when it comes to Diablo 4, one of the most innovative new features and what I think is genius is that the appearance of weapons and equipment will be based on the region they are found in. Now, this is incredible. Items will actually look different based on zone. So a chest armor found in Skazglen might have a more druidic look than a chest armor found in Kyrgyzstan, which has a more arid environment, and therefore you might find the chest armor with more of a baggy cloth look to it. Now this is something completely new to ARPGs or any game as far as I know, and really helps with immersion, since you would think you would find items.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Is he retarded, bro? Do you know how many fucking games, like almost every game, if you get, like, there's a fucking boss and you kill it and it's got a specific item that's like themed around that fucking thing, you know? You go to the fucking Ragnarok's place and you get the you know, like, what the fuck is this?
Items that look like they're from
How
the
is this? This is literally nothing. This is literally nothing. This is not even a point. This should be a note in your video. Maybe it should be a single line.
You're in. Now I'm really excited to see if the same exact item dropping in two different zones looks different depending on the zone you found it in, right? And so that would mean that the artists are designing multiple appearances for the exact same item. Or on the flip side, if it's just certain zone themed items only drop in their zones and nowhere else. Either way, however they end up doing, I think it's a
This revolutionary attack and defense system. Like, I've never seen this before. Like, literally every mobile game ever, like, doing the orchid monkey face going,
cool immersive design that's different than what we've seen in the past. Now, we've seen a few item tooltips and they're looking pretty great, but what we haven't seen live yet is that item tooltips are actually going to automatically adjust themselves when calculating lucky hit chance depending on what skill is equipped. Now, the reason for this is because different skills have different proc coefficients, and so by changing your skills while hovering over an item, you can see in real time how that changes your proc coefficient. Now, this is a great change, I believe, that will really help players better understand their proc chance.
I mean, we used to just have fucking spreadsheet. Everyone just had it. You just had the proc coefficients on the spreadsheet, right? That's literally it. I mean, but okay, it's on the tooltip now. Okay, that's 1 + 1 quality of life.
This is based on the current skill equipped and really just help players optimize their build by...
I get it. What if you have multiple skills equipped though? Like, what is that tooltip meaning? What if you have like fucking 5 skills equipped? Was it just averaging? Then that's fucking useless, because what if you're gonna proc with 1 skill? Like, it makes
them switch through their skills and realize, oh, this is probably the best skill to use with this lucky hit, for example. So I think this is awesome, and it's gonna help the player not have to do as much.
What are you on about? Look at that item, bro. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It looks like I'm like looking at a Raid Shadow Legends item, bro. Unironically. Look at it.
Much maybe online browsing, and they can just stay in the game and kind of figure it out for themselves. And if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Diablo 4 content. Now, usually all characters in a Diablo game would typically equip a total...
I'm hoping he's actually joking. I hope this is a big long con. He's pretending to be a complete fucking moron buffoon who's just making a video about how good itemization is, knowing full well that it's complete dog shit and trash, and he's actually just making fun of it the whole time. He's gonna break into laughter any second now.
Of around 10 items, but in Diablo 4, barbarians are able to equip a total of 12 because of the arsenal system, which lets barbarians use different weapons for different skills, and rogues who can equip a total of 11 items because they can equip an additional ranged weapon. This is a very cool innovation for Diablo, which I'm actually interested to see how they end up balancing it, because an extra item slot in a game like Diablo,
bro, Bro, what are you on about? What is he on about? What is he on about? Is he, like, what is he on about? What kind of crack is he smoking? Like, 12 is better than 10? Wait, isn't that 13 items in Diablo 3? Oh man, if we have 14 items in Diablo 3, that surely would change the game. Fundamentally, all the items, right? All the if we have 15 items, again like Diablo 3, oh my god. Remember, this game is more reductive. It's like they've reduced the complexity from Diablo 3. Like, D4 is literally more basic. Like, so imagine a universe where they add an extra 2 item slots to Diablo 3. Oh man, it's really gonna change all those extra 750 main stat, bro. Maybe it's got some crit damage on it, bro.
I feel like could really tip the scales, especially a weapon in the barbarians case, or I guess both of them have weapons, right? This makes barbarians and rogues more hungry for loot, which means players might find it harder to find exactly what they're looking for because of the changes coming to trade. Now, back in Diablo 2, trading was a great way to collect all of your best items. You might find the best weapon.
What is he saying and what is the segue? This makes literally no sense. Do you think he just got... Wait, is this one of these fucking ChatGPT videos where they say, like, they said that people are mass producing ChatGPT content on YouTube? It kind of sounds like it makes sense, but it literally makes no sense. Like, it's fucking completely wrong and clueless.
For necromancer, but you're not a necromancer, and so you want to trade it for one of your best items. Or maybe you'll just make a necromancer later because you found that item. That's the way you could do it too. But for the purpose of this example, let's say you want to trade the item, right? Well,
does this just bother you guys? Does a one item, one block system, how does it make you feel? I mean, I feel like you do the best way of doing it, if you're going to do this and then have weight, at least have weight on the items. If you're going to do the one item, one block, at least have weight. Like, have like a total carry capacity. You know what I'm saying? It triggers me. I don't know, dude. That's just like, either give them weight by giving them like literal size in your inventory, right? That just gives them weight, or give them weight by giving them literal weight values. Which, you know.
In Diablo 4, trading is going to be somewhat restricted. Certain items will be bound to your character and untradeable the moment you pick them up, meaning they are bound.
No, bro, it's cool. When you get like a big fucking meaty staff and it's just like fucking big, bro. It's just big. You're like, holy shit, look at this thing. This thing is fucking big dick. Okay, but if it's just all one little icon. It's just a one little icon, bro. Like, or it's like, you know, you see the weight of it. Like, holy shit, this 200 mace is fucking 300 pounds. You know,
onto your character and cannot be traded. This is called
infinite inventory, no item weight.
Bind on pickup, and this is a system in World of Warcraft preventing certain powerful items from being traded. Developers have stated the main source for items should be from killing monsters, which I tend to agree with. I'm hopeful though that there will be a way to exchange items and equipment of value with other players in some form, and I think there will be since the Diablo community is so creative. Now, moving on to...
I was going to disagree with that, dude. Like, well, actually, no. It should come from fucking achievements and clicking daily quests in your interface. Okay, now, that's what I think is better. Actually, it's a genius system. You have 3 side-by-side seasonal journeys and different interface elements, and that's where you get your items. That'd be a far better system than actually killing monsters.
Items actually do in Diablo 4. Affixes have always been exciting and a core part of Diablo. Now, one affix in particular from Diablo 2 that was not in Diablo 3 is finally returning to the Diablo universe, and that is the plus skill rank affix. Like in Diablo 2, different skills roll on specific item slots. So for example, some items only appearing on certain weapons, like in Diablo 2, Wolf's Head helms had druid skills, staves had sorceress skills, and what I'm actually interested to see here is if we can get other classes skills. So for example, in Diablo 2 Act 3, you could buy a Staff of Teleport, and that was amazing. It just enabled you to get around so much easier, right? You ran into a dead end, well, now you can teleport and get right back on your way. But teleport was
I'll be honest, it's one of my things I just like the most about D2. That was so shit when all the classes create the teleport chest and everyone just spams TP. I thought that was shit. I thought it was dog shit. I fucking hated it. I thought it was just, it ruined my immersion. Like, oh, everyone gets a teleport chest and spams teleport. That to me was dog shit. Dude, vibe ruining. Yeah, Enigma chests. Fucking hate it. To be honest, maybe if it had a longer cooldown and you couldn't spam it and like, oh yeah, you get a chest that at least gives you like one teleport every 20 seconds. Okay, and it's just a magic teleport chest that anyone can get. Like a barb could teleport once every 20 seconds. Oh, I'd be okay. Wait, so I can spam like you're a barbarian spamming teleport? Dude, get out of here. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid.
It's a sorceress skill, and so being able to have that as a class other than sorceress was really, really cool. So I hope that's something that can happen again in Diablo 4 with these plus skill rank affixes, which
I'm gonna predict no. I'll be real. Like, I think there'll be too much balancing issues because there'll be skills that interact with each other that are too powerful, right? But you never know. Maybe. Like, just think about it. You had like imagine if you could like get like monk's assimilation rune or something, right, on a fucking barb. It'd be completely broken. You know, there'll be broken interactions there. There'd be the hundreds and hundreds of broken interactions where you could just use them. So, but hey, you never know. Maybe.
which are coming back. Okay, moving on to item qualities, which Diablo 2 established years and years ago and is still used in so many modern games, including Diablo 4. Item qualities include normal, magic, rare, legendary, set, and unique. Normal items will have no affixes, magic items will have affixes such as plus 7% resource regeneration. Rare items will have affixes.
He's describing this as if it's a good thing. It's like this is like the literal dog shit. This is like literally tearing items in such a way where, oh yeah, you use blue items and yellow items and white items for the first fucking 2 minutes of the game, and then you go to these legendary ones, and then after that you're gonna go to like double legendary items. It's like
Let's show those potters who's the real D3
It makes
girls.
80% of loot into nothing. You know, it makes like, oh yeah, you just want this particular legendary. You know, like that's PoE. Well, PoE does it great. PoE does it great. It like use hundreds of rare items that are competing. There's all sorts of base types you can use that, you know, give you different advantages for some things and not for other things. Like, oh yeah, I could use a Shaper belt and get cooldown reduction, or I could use a Hunter belt and get fucking, life percent, flat life or something, right? You could, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of competitive options that you can pick between. This is like, oh no, just use the legendary. Like, you would never use a yellow in endgame. You will never use a blue in endgame. This is just like a pseudo material. That's it. It's literally just a pseudo, and it's like 80% of it's 80% of loot. No, not even that. 90% of loot is just nothing, and then you're just gonna only pick up the primals and the fucking legendaries. And you'll just salvage this for materials. That's it.
Affixes that are usually better than magic items and can also have legendary affixes. Legendary items modify skills like in Diablo 3, but unlike Diablo 3, Blizzard has emphasized that they're not going to rain from the sky, meaning they're going to be much more rare, even though they're
Literally every character is gonna be walking around full legendaries. Literally every character, like every fucking Andy and his mom is gonna be walking around with full legendaries.
There'll be hundreds of legendary items in the game. Now this is awesome because being able to spend years and years playing Diablo 4 and
This guy's actually retarded. I don't even know what to tell you. This guy's actually retarded. This guy's fucking got some sort of brain defect. I have no idea what the fuck he's on about. This guy's fucking cooked.
still not find like certain items is what I'm looking forward to. So I hope they put a ton of items that are rare in the game and it just takes a long time to eventually see them. I think it's going to be a really fun way to explore Diablo 4 and make finding legendaries so much more meaningful. Now,
imagine that, dude. You just want to make a build, dude. You can't. There's no trade, dude. You're playing a game that doesn't have like proper trade. Okay, and you just want one item, bro, and you just like 4 years in, you can't make your build, dog. No, in a trade-based game, okay, absolutely. That's like saying, oh yeah, that's like the existence of Mageblood, right? You could go years and years without seeing Mageblood. I mean, I've never seen Mageblood. That's fine in a trade-based game. So self-found. If you're talking like in Diablo 3-esque style legendaries, which literally like this ability does this much more damage. That ability does. It's like, dude, fuck off.
legendaries will fall into a couple different categories, like generic, which any class can find useful. Something like enemies hit by your basic skills.
They should all be quote-unquote generic.
Increase the damage of your next core skill by 20%. Or they'll be skill specific, which only a certain class like sorceress could find useful. Something like each time chain lightning bounces, gain 6 mana. Set items aren't going to be in the game at launch, but will be added post-launch.
It should be each time lightning skill does some shit, you gain mana, right? It shouldn't be fucking chain lightning. It shouldn't be will periodically pulls nearby enemies. It should be certain melee abilities periodically pulling nearby enemies. Shit, like I don't know why they fucking need to shoehorn you into all this dog shit. It's just like, why? What are you doing? 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 Why are you doing it? Give us the ability to create our builds. Don't fucking say, Oh, well, yeah, well, when you put on the well one legendaries.
And will be less powerful or equal in
Wow,
power
oh.
to legendary items, and are really just meant to allow players to live out certain class fantasies or act as an introduction to the class.
I love you,
not
Quinn
so much
Pepe
as
Flush.
an endgame best in slot item like they are in Diablo 3, where every season has you going straight for your class set, which sort of destroyed the player's opportunity for any sort of...
Well, now they've just put the set bonuses on the item themselves, so now instead of going for the last set, you just go for the item that has the ability that you're trying to scale. Well, it's so much different, bro. Yeah, like, I don't know how you're not seeing this, buddy. I don't know what the fuck.
Equipment creativity. The last type of item quality
Holy
is
shit.
uniques. These are items which you design your build around that have fixed affixes and are heavily tied to class-specific powers and themes. Very excited to see what some of those are. I'm also really excited to see that the item qualities appear to be a mixture.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I am okay with a single unique that has a single specific ability. Okay. If it's not like several set items that all say like fucking well one does this, well one does that, but you got like one unique that like says it just augments the way the ability plays, right? You know, it changes this fucking Nova ability to be ranged, for example, or it changes an ability that was normally single target or AoE, but let's just, you know, sort of thing, like something that augments the ability. Let's see what this one does. Overgame deals damage. There's a chance to only cast Tornado at the target for free. So I don't understand why they need to do that necessarily, but. You know, I don't know, but it's one of those things where the uniques bother me less when they do skill specific stuff, because it's like you can only have one on, right? What is this? 951 weapon attack, fast weapon. What the fuck is this shit?
Mixture of Diablo 2.
Fucking 13 all stat 6 melee damage, 8 critical strike damage, 5 attack speed. Holy, wait, fast? What does that even mean, fast weapon? What is it, like, what am I even looking at? Weapon attack, does it have a weapon range? Is it like an average between the range, or does it always do 951? What am I even looking at here, bro? So they tried to reduce it down and make it basic to the point where it's like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, I want to know the specificities
25
here.
years. Surely D4 will be great clueless.
Oh my god.
And Diablo 3. I personally love Diablo 2 item qualities the best, but I think Diablo 3 legendaries were actually a lot of fun too, in the way that they could augment your character.
The kilt of the Plague Bearer. What, 651 defense? Oh shit. Oh shit, they've got to roll. They've got to change it to armor, bro. Because remember, it's armor. They remember those. Oh, people were getting one shot, so they helped us out by giving armor magical reduction. It's totally not just defense and attack, but just renamed, right, guys? For sure. Like, this one's literally called defense. Yeah, it's called. They've renamed this to armor now, by the way, guys, because they wanted armor in Diablo 4, but characters. So they gave armor magic reduction, guys. Oh shit, 46 minutes life, elite reduction, 3.5 to reduce cooldown potion, +1 rank to hunt of the week. Okay, your poisons no longer deal damage over time, instead deal 127% total damage.
Is this the new Diablo Immortal update?
To be fair, that's a cool way of augmenting. See, this is actually a well-designed unique. I actually like this effect. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was technically it's a kiss with a curse, right? You get more damage output, but it's like delayed and fucked. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I actually like this.
Sure.
You know, providing it's not just the only way to play poisons, obviously. providing there's other options.
And sort of inspire you to play in a certain way. And I've seen the new inventory.
Well, I like that. The reason why you understand why I like that, right, Chad? The reason I like that is because it can work against all poisons, so any poison build, assuming that anyone can get poison chance.
You can actually see here it's organized into 4 different tabs. We've got equipment, consumables, quest items, and aspects. This can be helpful to stay organized, but it also hints at the possibility that we may be looting a lot of quest items and holding on to a lot of consumables.
Bro, you just get, what are you on about, bro? This literally so you can insta salvage all the yellows and the blues because they're dog shit, because you'll be running on full legendaries, dog. That's what it is.
Diablo 4. After all, if we have an entire tab for that, which is the same size as the equipment tab, then there should be the same amount of consumables.
It's almost like a fucking mobile. They literally just want it. This here, bro. These types of inventories, it's literally like the infinite storage inventory. This is like mobile game 101, dude.
Equipment theoretically and quest items. So I think this is a hint that, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you're picking up. You know, maybe you're going to collect like 20 or 40 different things for quests, and so you need a whole nother tab for it. But then again, the inventory could just be completely redesigned in the future. We'll have to see. It would be cool if you could put equipment in all the tabs, right? If that's the way you want to go. That's
Is he kidding me right now? You gotta be kidding me right now. That's okay. I'm just gonna put that down there. He's just joking. I'm gonna say that's just a joke, guys. I'm gonna say that's just a joke. He's just joking, guys. Obviously, that'd be complete dog shit.
So that's sort of interesting seeing this tab feature, and kind of interested to see how it fills up as we play the game. Now, one of the biggest surprises to me is that Diablo 4 developers have actually stated that the strength of your character is not going to come mostly from items, and I think this is an important point. Blizzard developers have stated their goal is for your power to come from a mixture of sources like skill upgrades, endgame systems like the Paragon board, leveling, and then finally items as well. Now, this is pretty surprising because items are so central to almost all Blizzard RPGs and most RPGs in general. Hunting for loot is just a core part of these games, and if items are only a part of that, I'm wondering what the other parts are that could
Okay, so the issue that what they're saying is in Diablo 3, okay, if you look at your character power and where it comes from, okay, you have items that literally give you, they'll give you 20,000% damage, you know, and then they'll give you, and then you get another item which makes that 5 times better, and then you get another item that makes that 2 times better, and you get another item that makes you 3 times better. So then your overall damage came from your actual character. It's like a nano sliver. It's like it's this tiny slice, and all the rest is item power, right? So this, you know,
possibly compete for your attention in the end game, because you're constantly always seeking loot. So I'm curious,
which was
you know,
dog shit,
are you just going to go out and grind XP instead of looking for loot, or is loot just going to be sort of a side objective? I'm interested to see how they end up pulling this off in the end. Another big part of Diablo
loot should be the majority of your character's power for sure. Obviously, like it should be the majority of your character's power. It shouldn't be like, but it should not be like your character should still make up like 20%, right? Should easily make like 20%. Okay, I'm banning this little bitch.
4 is actually going to be your mounts. Finding new and rare mounts beyond just horses is actually going to be part of the Diablo 4 experience. So I can only imagine, are we going to be riding demons? And what's interesting about mounts is that mounts themselves can even equip items, which grant stats and change their appearance, or can make them even move faster. Now I'm curious to see how big a role mounts are going to play in Diablo 4. And to be totally honest, I'm not too excited about the mounts. I mean, moving faster is great, but it does sound like they're going to be a pretty big part of the game, and it could be sort of like your companion in a way, since there's not going to be mercenaries or companions like there were in Diablo 3 and 2. So perhaps mounts is sort of taking that place. I'm also curious how mounts are going to affect PvP. Is it going to be sort of whoever gets their dismount attack off first is going to get a big advantage, or how soon after taking damage can you mount up again in PvP? So I wonder if it's going to be a lot of like remounting a lot in PvP. But hopefully Blizzard finds a good way to balance mounts and make it a fun system that works. Now, another big innovation in Diablo 4 is that creature types...
What is he on about? Mounts are just gonna be to move. To move fast. Okay, when you're not instant teleporting, that's it. That's literally it. Oh,
have an increased chance of dropping certain items. So for example, bandits, they're going to have an increased chance to drop maces, crossbows, and boots, while drowned, which is sort of an undead creature that came out of the ocean, are going to have an increased chance to drop pants. Other monster families like skeleton, fallen, and others will have their own increased drop chances, which hasn't been revealed yet.
I feel like it's a ChatGPT script. It doesn't make any sense. What is happening?
Interesting change. If you're looking for a specific piece of gear, you're going to go, okay, skeletons drop gloves. I'm going to go to this crypt and just farm for my best in slot glove, and sort of that sort of is how it's decided, right? So I'm interested to see if that's sort of the way we're going to do it, if that's their intention behind making certain monster families drop certain things, but we're going to have to see ultimately how it turns out. When it comes to weapons, what I find interesting coming in Diablo 4 is that each weapon type is going to have inherent characteristics which can't be modified. So for example, bows, they're going to do plus X% damage to distant enemies. Staves are going to do plus X% damage to crowd controlled enemies. So it's going to sound like this has really, it sounds like this really has the potential to control how you play the game. For example, if you're using a bow, you would almost want to be shooting at enemies that aren't even on your screen anymore, right? Like an entire screen firing away to maximize your damage bonus by using a bow. Or if you are wielding a staff, you're going to want to...
Bro, that's just going to cap it like 10 yards. That shit will cap it like 10 or 15 yards. No shot. No shot. Don't encourage gameplay like that. No shot.
Use all crowd controlling skills to ensure you're always getting that plus damage. So I think it's going to depend on how much plus damage actually it ends up being to determine if players actually completely change their play style depending on what weapon they're using. But it also does feed in sort of the realism, the fantasy, the immersion of using your weapon properly, right? If you're using a bow, you probably shouldn't be in melee range. And so this sort of encourages players to use their weapons in a way that is logical. So I think this could be a cool system. Now another...
What the fuck? What the fuck is he on about? What is he on? Bro, they're trying to make niches for different weapons. Like, they're not trying to make weapons logical, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You gotta build like a less CC. Okay, yeah. Like, maybe I should fucking consider using a staff. You know, like, they want to create niches. Like they don't want this to always be the best weapon type. It's not making the weapons logical. Bro, what the fuck am I listening to?
Another new feature coming to Diablo is dungeons. And what's cool about these dungeons is that you can actually farm specific item slots of gear. So, for example, gloves. I imagine when you mouse over a dungeon entrance, you might get information on it, sort of like a tooltip on what specific item.
It's almost, that reminds me of, that's what they do in Diablo model, guys, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Slot is going to drop off the boss or the monsters in the dungeon, so you can decide accordingly if this is a dungeon you want to do. Now, this is an interesting idea.
Oh my god, it's glove day, guys. I need to find my best gloves for my maximum item power. Guys, let's farm this all day, boys. I wonder if we're gonna get it.
But I'm wondering how it will be implemented. It could be cool to know exactly what item slot drops and then seek it out, but it also kind of takes away from the randomness and the surprise of finding an item you didn't even know about. Of course, over time, everyone sort of learns where to farm certain items, so it might not be a bad idea to just show that in game so that you don't have to sort of look it up online or something like that. So I think it could be cool. Now, another new change coming in Diablo 4 is that primary stat main effects will be different depending on the class. So for example, strength is going to increase a barbarian's skill damage, but it's...
Okay, let's look here. Let's look here. Strength, increase skill damage by X%. Rogue, increase resource generation by X%. Okay. It's no effect. Sorceress, increase skill damage. Wow. Rogue. Okay, Rogue. Increase critical strike chance. Whoa. Willpower. Okay, there's willpower. What does willpower do? Increase resource generation.
Resource generation increases bad damage. Okay. Increase resource generation. Resource generation increases bad damage by...
What the fuck does this... So, I assume overpower is this mechanic where they don't want to have crazy number inflation, so instead of giving the monsters health, they're giving them damage reduction, and then overpower similar to penetrate that like level disadvantage. So it's just willpower's. It's just that little bitch. It's that little bitch, yeah. Where's that little bitch? Who's doing that?
Rogue increase that bad damage. One will power damage. Okay, dexterity.
Increase the critical strike chance by that amount. Okay, sorceress. Critical strike chance. Alright, okay, sorry. Dex is correct for power. Rogue. Skill damage. Say, Rogue gets to get N to get crit. Okay. So Rogue goes in, but then sorceress gets crit from Dex. Okay. What? What the fuck? This is so fucking weird. I mean, hey, do you know what? Hey, it's better than Diablo 3. In Diablo 3, guys, Dex, it's like they're all the same. They're just named different, right? Like, okay, Dex and strength are literally identical.
Shut up, bitch!
You know, they're just like damage and damage reduction, guys, and then, you know, Ent is just damage in it. You know, it's magic damage reduction, which, you know, alright, this at least provides like a little bit extra combination, right?
Shut up, bitch!
If you're a Bob, you get to go strength. Strength, willpower, and dex. You know, if you're a sorceress, you get to go int, willpower, and dex. And then if you're a fucking rogue, you can just get it whatever you want. Poggers.
It's going to have actually no effect on sorceresses. Each stat also has a secondary bonus, which is going to actually be this.
Shut up, bitch!
Never mind. Okay, this got the. Never mind, guys. They've just got the. Yeah, no. Okay, never mind. The Diablo 3 system's just send voice. So, okay, it's epic. What do you guys reckon? Do you reckon it's gonna end up changing this back? What do you reckon, boys? Are they gonna just change this back? Because remember, the monks used to have dodge, right? And then they just changed it to be damage reduction because they couldn't balance their game properly. What do you guys reckon?
Same for all classes. So sticking with the strength example, 1 strength will increase armor by 1 regardless of your class. So this system makes sense, and it kind of allows for more deliberate choices to be made based on your stats. I've started to notice that Diablo 4 is almost trying to be a little bit more realistic, like with how weapons work and things like that. In more recent news, one of the most massive changes...
What is he on about? What are you on about, bro? Like, how is a staff doing more damage to Kraken or enemies more realistic than a fucking axe doing... Okay, if someone's fucking just been, like, knocked unconscious for, like, a second, okay, what's gonna do more damage to someone? A fucking axe to the head or a fucking staff to the head? The staff is not gonna do more damage. It's a fucking blunt weapon. The axe is gonna do way more fucking damage. You're gonna fucking kill the guy. Okay? Let him cook. Are you kidding me? The staff is not gonna do more fucking... It's not fucking realistic, cunt! They're just trying to create niches! I want every weapon to be the same, which makes sense. It's not real. It's not realism. Okay.
Coming to Diablo 4 that we just learned about in the developer live stream at the end of February is that armor will also absorb elemental damage taken, which was only possible through resistances in past Diablo games. Armor will provide 50% of its reduction to elemental damage as well as its regular reduction to physical damage. So a max level character can get about 40% damage reduction to physical damage through armor, and therefore a 20% reduction to elemental damage through armor as well. Now I actually enjoyed the...
Oh my god, Diablo 4 is redefining itemization. Holy shit. Oh my god, look at this graph, guys. Wow, this is crazy.
Separation between elemental damage and physical damage. So this change, I don't know if I like. Of course, it helps newer players to not die instantly to cold damage when they have 0 resistance to it. But also, that was sort of the fun of realizing that we need to go find...
You're getting baited, dog. They just changed fucking defense. Defense just changed to armor. They just renamed defense to armor. You're getting baited. They didn't do this to help new players.
Equipment with cold resist. So this change feels a little bit catered more towards a casual player base, in my opinion. But again, we'll have to see how
nothing to do with the casual player base
in the end for defending against elemental.
They just wanted a big defense number that gives everyone damage reduction. Okay.
Damage. The amount of defense items will provide is determined by a new system called item power, which will be shown on the items. Items will provide is determined by a new system called item power, which will be shown on an items tooltip, so you can kind of figure out how much armor each of your items is giving you. Monsters are also going to have armor, and that's going to scale with their level, giving them that physical and elemental damage reduction. And I think a lot of players will be excited to hear that Diablo 4 will use the personal loot system. Loot is generated separately per player, so there's no stress when a world boss dies to be in melee range and just click as fast as you can to grab whatever dropped. Loot that you see drop will be yours every single time. Now, overall, I think Diablo 4 has a lot of exciting new takes on itemization and RPG, and I'm actually really excited to test them out. Which new feature are you most excited about or most worried about? Let me know in the comments below. And that's all I have for you this time. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to give it a like, and you may want to watch this video.
Oh my god, that was the worst fucking Diablo 4 video I've ever seen. Like, I've literally not seen a Diablo 4 video of this dog shit in my life. This is mind-blowing how dog shit. This video is terrible. This video is terrible. He literally it's the worst takes on almost fucking everything.
Because he is.
God damn.